Hello everyone, this is my first analysis video and my voice reveal. What better of a way to kill my voice by discussing a topic I haven't seen too many other people cover, that being Peter's death. To be blunt and simple, I did not like it. I felt it was too quick, cheap, and more so Victor experimenting with killing off as many characters in a season before all of his fans leave. I also felt it was rushed and skipped over, until season 7 of course. This analysis is why I did not like said death. Now, before I begin, allow me to give some context as to who exactly Peter was. Peter was a Class 8F steam engine working for the LMS, or Middies. He was a gentle giant of sorts and had no real intent to cause harm to anyone. During World War II, himself as well as 7 other engines went off to Africa and later Europe to help the British fight in said war. During the cleanup of an ambush, there was still an unexploded tank shell that was slowly ticking down. One of his colleagues and friend Lily rushed in front of said bomb to protect it from blowing up a different engine, Henry. This sacrifice ultimately ended her life, and Henry barely got away with his. A few days later, he was scheduled to deliver a train of supplies to an American base. An American general then asked Peter for assistance since the Nazis had taken over a hospital to use as a defense base. It was here, against orders to do so, that Peter fired a shell from the gun battery at the hospital, killing 19 civilians. Ultimately, this did push the Nazis out of the town, and they did win the battle, but at the cost of 19 innocent people. Peter would later get prosecuted for his crimes in 1949, being the first ever non-faceless steamy to receive the charges. For his crimes, he was sentenced to 15 years in Railgate Prison. He was gone for the last 3 episodes of Season 3 and was gone for 19 out of the 20 episodes of Season 4. He returned in the episode called, Return, to disapproval by his colleague Gordon. He argued that he shouldn't have shelled the hospital, but by the end of the episode, they had resolved their differences. Okay, with the background out of the way, let's get started with the dislikes of this. Picture yourself in 1965 as an engine of Sodor. You just recovered from losing your colleague, Jeffrey, a vandalism bit / police strike, a lawsuit that closed a vital company and lost almost all of your primary sources of fuel for a little while, and then an engine who got saved from scrap and then turned into a hybrid. Instead of gaining some breathing room or a break from this eventful year so far, BAM! Another death. This time, Peter. We waited 15 years to see this engine again, just to die the year after his big return. I also want to mention this whole metal fatigue explanation. It was kind of unneeded. It just kind of added more clutter to his death. I'm sorry. What? I feel that Peter's death should have either A, not happened at all, or B, happened in season 6. Say it happened during the events of protesters, where maybe Norman Grant upgraded to sabotaging or tampering with coal. Say Peter had to take a train from Tidmouth to Kildane, and since he's already been feeling run down, and since his metal fatigue hasn't been diagnosed yet, on the descent of Gordon's Hill, he loses control of his train, flies down the hill, and crashes somewhere either outside or near Marin. An absolute fireball death of a character towards the finale of the season, and Peter going out with a bang. To fix any inconsistencies, make it so Francis is brought in after this, and the events of Informant don't play out the same. Something I did enjoy, however, was the reveal of Peter being Season 7's mysterious banker. I'm a sucker for ghost stories in the stories of Sodor, so this is an amazing touch. The curse he had for what he did was another nice touch, but I have some questions that still remain. Who put the curse on Peter to begin with? Why was Francis' reconciliation the thing that broke his curse? Why wasn't Adam giving anything similar? In conclusion, I feel Peter's death should have just been handled a lot better in so many better ways. I know Victor can do so much better than what was given. The fuel train theory wasn't anything too serious, just something I kind of freeball off the top of my head. And I want to know, should I do more videos like this or stick to my primary style? Also, let me know any alternative endings you could have come up with for the misunderstood 8F himself. Thanks, Sudrians!